So I'm here with a fellow Zimbabwean, man after my own heart. This is Pritchard. He's actually a member of our crew, and he has never ever fired a gun before. So the guys from City Guns have kindly offered to let him handle one of their firearms and fire it down the range for the first time. Tell me a little bit about what you're feeling.
Very nervous, but at the same time I'm excited. I think every man needs to learn how to shoot a gun.
If you're afraid of guns, because a lot of people are afraid of guns, and it's not based on any real life exposure to guns. Generally, it's what you've been told, by politicians, what you've seen potentially in film. It's very different if you go and you're around people who understand guns. They know how they work. They know the safety around guns, and to learn that it's an inanimate object.
I was dead scared of sharks. Like as a kid, I used to not go too far into the sea. Then I went shark cage diving.
Yeah.
And you go with the instructor and they tell you what sharks look for and how they develop a sense of smell and what they look for to eat and all that. So if you're on the beach, generally you're like 99% safe and there's a shark net and all that. Once you do that, you don't have that fear anymore.
Yeah.
So if you fear guns, really, do yourself a favor, go shoot. Just go shoot one under supervised instructor, and you'll see what a lot of fun it is.
So we're here with Aziza, who is the organizer of the Firearms Festival here in False Bay. Tell me more about the festival. What was the idea behind it, and why did you guys decide that this was the sort of time to do it?
So the very first festival took place last year in 2018 up in Jerm. It was quite a success. We had a great turnout. It was actually the brainchild of Nat and Paul Oxley, who head up GOSA. We had various firearms on display. People were able to shoot things and enjoy and have a family day out, experiencing firearms in a safe environment, taking away the stigma. And Paul decided to enlist Cape Town, so here we are.
My name is Tammy Jackson. I'm affiliated to the newly formed organization called GOSA. I'm here today because I really want to learn more about gun ownership, especially now that it's under threat by the South African government.
Why are you here with all these right-wing snipers today?
How do you know I'm not one of those Jewish snipers myself?
Yes! Nice!
Look, guns are an important issue insofar as they speak to the very rights that the ordinary citizen gets to enjoy.
Tell me more about what GOSA is, what you guys do, and what the reasoning is behind the show.
Okay, so the way that firearms legislation in South Africa has developed over the years and the difficulties that have been associated with it, we're not a shooting association at all. We're a gun rights association. We're there for the gun. And the way that firearms are tied into South African society and tied into self-defense in South Africa, we're actually a civil rights association more than anything else. The civil right to defend yourself requires that you have the most effective means to do so.
Well, it's not a right in South Africa, as it is, for example, in America with the Second Amendment. I personally believe that it should be a right. Beyond that, beyond the personal safety imperative, there's also the issue of guns protect the citizenry, the people, you and I, from the overreach of a growing state, with politicians who are very keen on rolling out very tyrannical forms of government, such as socialism.
The Firearms Control Amendment bill that was leaked in October of 2018 says the reasoning of self-defense as a reason for acquiring a firearm license will fall away. So the Firearms Control Act currently says you can acquire a firearm license for the following reasons, and one of those is self-defense of yourself, your property, and so forth. They want to take that away, and of course US government's reasoning for this is that they want to get more guns off the streets and so forth. But geez, call me a cynic, and I do call myself a cynic, but I am not sure that we're at that stage where the SAPS is in any kind of position with 57 murders a day, a rape every 4 minutes, to be saying we need to take guns from civilians and they should just trust us, we'll defend them.
Due to the collapse of the National Crime Prevention Strategy, the SAPS became an all-purpose agency with an overstretched mandate impossible to fulfill. It's still standing like that in the NDP. So I want to repeat, the SAPS mandate is overstretched. 2, it's impossible to fulfill.
I mean, it should be just a basic thing. So if the police can't guarantee that to you, as we stand here in South Africa, and even if we had the most efficient police force, I don't see how anyone would ever be able to guarantee that to that will be there as soon as you need someone to defend. You will be there immediately.
Firearm ownership is under threat for various reasons. It's politically seems not correct. As you know, anything that's politically incorrect is probably a good thing for society. So yeah, we're the first thorough civil rights association that specialises in firearms.
GOSA has an initiative called the Girls on Fire campaign, where we promote firearm ownership amongst women. It runs in conjunction with the No Violence Against Women and Children campaign, and it's aimed to prove to people that firearms in the right hands are a fantastic tool for self-defense to keep all of us safe, and that more women can actually take action and take care of their families and ensure their safety.
Have you seen more girls joining up, or has it been sort of a static thing?
There's most definitely been a huge increase, be it the circumstances in the country or our promotions, but there's definitely been an increase in that. We see a lot more women interested in not only self-defense but sport shooting as well. It's taken off quite a bit.
Kykie weer na die gaatjie en dan kykie waar daai voorste pennetjie se punt is. Dis waar jy gaan skiet. En dan wanneer jy reg gesê vir my en ek laai hom vir jou en dan as jy daar al wat jy net vir my moet doen is hou net jou vinger van die steller af vir my totdat jy reg is.
You come to these gun shows, you walk into any gun shop in this country, and you sometimes see a lot of ladies in there.
There definitely is a culture in South Africa where women are not protected enough by government. I wouldn't necessarily say that it's only women, but I would say people in general, because you have such a rise in crime due to a high rate of unemployment. People cannot really protect themselves, their property, or anything when they are outside of their homes or when they are in a public space.
It should be just a basic right that everyone has, that you are able to defend yourself. If your life is in danger, you should be able to defend yourself. There shouldn't even be a question around that.
Yeah, I love guns. Best thing ever. I think it's important that we all know how to shoot it responsibly. Hashtag.
Oh, it was awesome, man.
As the first time, would you like to shoot again?
Of course, man.
So I'm going to be shooting hopefully a bunch of guns, and I quite enjoy it. It's a good stress reliever. What got me into guns? Guns.
Yes. Nice. My arm is now loaded. Uncle, is the green light on? Nice. Let me think of mystery science theater. No, because of the sci-fi channel. Nice.
A lot of people say guns scare me, but if you put one in your hand, a gun that is, it's actually a pretty amazing, liberating feeling.
Hey, there's 2 rounds, so you can pull the trigger twice.
understand.
Did I get it?
I think once you have an understanding of how guns work and actually how safe they are, it's really not such a scary thing.
Yo, amazing. I could take this home, man. I mean, home to Zim, just to shoot at the White House, just to shoot at Bob's house.
Bada bim, bada boom.
As you can hear, it's a beautiful sound.
Like and a thumbs up if you can hear me, okay? Okay. Today we got the M16 fully semi-automatic assault rifle. It's an Israeli rifle, it's a very good rifle. We use it for the color system, it's a gift from God. He teach me how to shoot the rifle. God bless. Shalom. You put the magazine clip in the rifle. You rack the slide. And then you're shooting it. Don't forget the safe. Clip the safe off. Color system. Be aggressive.
The one thing I know I can draw quite well is a gun.
Guys, we're here with Sean from City Guns. Sean, such a pleasure to meet you, man.
Likewise, bud.
Well, I have the honor to be able to fire one of the guns, but we're going to be on that later. I just wanted to quickly find out what City Guns is all about.
City Guns is the oldest gun store remaining in Cape Town currently. We're based in Hout Street in Cape Town. We base most of our gun sales to the general public, but we're not just guns. We're tactical gear, as you guys can see behind you. We're also training. We're very big into training and, of course, safe firearm handling. So what we're going to do today is I'm going to give you a basic safety brief, and we're going to shoot the revolver, as you chose.
Perfect.
You push this little lever forward. Then with your fingers, you push out on the cylinder, and you hold the cylinder.
Say hello to my little friend.
That has got a kick back like a mule.
So when a revolver is cocked all the way back, the way to make it safe properly is to hold the hammer, and note how my hand is placed over the top. Here, I don't have control over the hammer if it does go with a lot of spring tension. Here, I've got full control. So I grip the hammer nice and tight, I squeeze the trigger. I keep the trigger depressed. I slowly lower the hammer. With the hammer in the forward position, I can now open the cylinder, eject all the cartridges with the lever in the front, visually check that the weapon is safe, and plop it down.
Amazing.
Progress is a grassroots organization that was started by a group of students and I, so we could provide an alternative set of ideas for students at UCT, but also South Africans at large. I think we've seen our universities is under an existential threat from regressives and radical academics on campus who tend to shove down ideas down people's throats because, well, they have the authority to do so and no one speaks out against it. The so-called decolonial paradigm, so they can only teach within the boundaries of safe space. So this means that there won't be much academic freedom at the university and all, and people will be prevented from, using certain language at the university. this culture of intolerance has been quite prevalent at South African universities.
Versus the exact same challenge we have in the firearm rights sort of fight is to mobilize people who feel strongly but they either don't believe they can make a difference, or they feel strongly but not strongly enough, and to mobilize their sentiments and their frustrations and say, but you can make a difference.
Yeah, these are students who are fighting the good fight when it comes to the expansion and the extension of freedoms on not only their campus, but amongst the generation of young people, millennials, if you will, who are so immersed in the toxic leftist narrative of critical theory and intersectionalism that simple issues and simple concepts like liberty and freedom are lost in the debate. In fact, they're purposefully lost.
So we thought it was important to provide people with an alternative instead of being, forced to listen to rhetoric that, in my opinion, is quite disturbing.
Support the show, support the Renegade Report, support Big Liberty Show. Let's get the message of freedom and liberty growing, especially as we try and build a property-owning and a freedom-loving and a prosperous society.